Do you want to achieve unbreakable spirit? Do you want to really feel this attitude of gratitude and learn these 3 powerful stages of gratitude? You really want to watch today's Intention Monday, which is all about martial arts principles number 6, unbreakable spirit. So in the martial art that I train, Choi Kwando, we have this 6th principle. It's the final principle in a set of 6. And we're talking about unbreakable spirit. That's the principle. Now, we cannot talk about unbreakable spirit until we talk first about resilience. So one requires resilience to have that unbreakable spirit. And interestingly, these 2 things can be interchanged in different ways. See, if we have resilience, we can express and become unbreakable spirit. If we have unbreakable spirit, we're expressing resilience. And so a lot of what we're going to talk about over the next few minutes is going to be powerful around resilience. And we're looking at ways in which we can develop resilience, develop unbreakable spirit. So the first thing I really want to talk about is unbreakable spirit itself has a core, which is resilience, and it comes from this never give up attitude. Regardless of what life throws our way, and I can name a bunch of things that I've gone through over the last couple of months, which genuinely I can look back at, and just be grateful for that coming up and coming as in my way as what could have been looked upon as an obstacle. But actually it wasn't an obstacle. What it was an opportunity. It was an opportunity to rise. And isn't that amazing? I could have looked at those things as challenges. And let's talk about something specific. So one of the things that I went through was this I felt this lethargy, this kind of laziness, this kind of I haven't hit my goals this year, and I haven't empowered as many lives as I wanted to, and I had a very lazy year, and I was kind of looking at it like that. And that took me into this kind of downward spiral. And so then there's this fear of, oh no, what happens if that shows up for me again in 2024? And then I realized that was a fear. And fear can stand for forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. And the way in which we look at the fear is going to determine a lot of the way in which we show up to life. Because that fear, to different extents, is always going to be there. And what I really got to see for myself, and the gift that I have here is the opportunity to be able to talk about unbreakable spirit, which I have expressed and experienced a lot of in my life. So really we have to look at this never give up spirit, and that's what resilience really is, which is the core of unbreakable spirit. And then I want to talk about gratitude. You see, gratitude is an energy. I think gratitude's become quite a buzzword in the industry recently. And, people have gratitude journals and, they talk about gratitude and, we should be grateful for what we have. And this is great. This is brilliant. And I completely agree. And there is another stage to this. So the 3 stages for me for gratitude are 1, writing down gratitude. Then 2, feeling gratitude. And then finally, becoming gratitude. Let me explain what I mean here. So as we start out this journey of wanting to build this resilience, wanting to be unbreakable spirit, where we can really come at it from is from a perspective of, okay, let's start to acknowledge the things that I'm grateful for. And it's a very powerful thing to do. I'm actually a part of an accountability group that holds me accountable to be joyful every day, to express what have I been joyful for in that day. And some days I really struggle to write something down that I've been joyful for. And so then we have to start thinking a little bit outside of the box. In which ways have I experienced joy in that particular day? Maybe I didn't get an opportunity to do a martial arts class, which is what I would normally be joyful about. Or maybe I didn't get an opportunity to be out on the tennis court. Or maybe I didn't get an opportunity to onboard a new client. Or maybe I didn't see a client come in with a win. And maybe then, so I didn't have something to be joyful about. Then I have to get creative. Okay, why am I joyful? Well, I stepped outside of the house and I breathed in all this fresh air. That can be something that we can be joyful about. getting into the car and it keeping me nice and warm and comfortable as I got to where I needed to get to, right? The car being reliable for me and getting me where I need. I've been joyful about that. And so when we're holding ourselves in gratitude, where we express this gratitude, there's one thing in writing it down, but then the next thing is really feeling it. That's the next level. Level 2 of gratitude for me is feeling the gratitude. It's not enough just to write it down. Can we express, can we experience, can we feel the gratitude? So, okay, I can say, right, I'm grateful today because one of my clients, a real life situation, right? I've just had a client that's closed a £6,000 coaching package, right? For 6 months of one-to-one coaching. And okay, like, am I just saying that? Or am I genuinely experiencing that coach's joy, right? Am I genuinely feeling the feelings of what that shows up for me? And so I'm very expressive, and you'll probably have seen that if you've watched any of my Intention Mondays. And so I find it easy to feel the things that I'm saying. And so I do genuinely feel a deep level of gratitude and a deep level of joy for what this coach is experiencing inside of making a massive sale. And that is huge for this coach, because where they started out, they actually started out in the world selling their coaching for £100 an hour. And so for us to get from paying an hourly rate and such a low hourly rate for coaching all the way through to doing 6 hours of coaching at 6K as part of a package is a massive transition. And I feel the joy that that coach feels for now what they can do and the fact that they're now charging their worth. So it's really powerful. But then as a result of practicing and building that muscle of experiencing joy, and just really feeling it, and that feeling that gratitude, what we then get to happen is level 3, which is we become gratitude. So as we walk around, the energy in which we are exuding, the energy we exude, the energy we're being is gratitude itself. And for me, that's the ultimate level of gratitude. So that's so different from just keeping a gratitude journal and writing things down. The gratitude journal and writing things down is an important first step. But then there are another 2 powerful steps as well. And doing this will allow us to build our resilience, because when I now go through an adversity, or I feel lethargic, or I feel lazy, or something comes up in life, I can look back at this gratitude journal, this just accountability group I'm in for joy, and look back at all of the things I'm joyful for and feel those feelings. And look at it and be like, okay, that didn't work out for me, but that's a blessing. That's something that's happened that's either preventing something else from happening that I didn't want, or it's something that's in my way because something else is on my way. And so we can look at it from a perspective of nothing is ever in the way, everything is always on the way. And that's really a powerful way of being, a powerful way of showing up. And so what this really reminds me of is it's a slogan of the martial art, if you like, which is Pil Seung. And Pil Seung means certain victory. And if you think about what certain victory means, Pil Seung, what that means, it means that the victory is not happening next week or next year or in 10 years from now. It's now. It's happened. It's done. So it's not something where we're looking at it from a perspective of, I will be victorious or I will achieve this thing. No, Pil Seung means it's done and it's happened and it is. It's just fact. Right? It cannot be disputed. It's the ultimate truth. Now, we are victorious. In that moment where we walk into the martial arts dojang and we bow and we say Pil Seung, we're experiencing and acknowledging and feeling and being that certain victory. And so that kind of a mindset, when you couple that in all together, that's the thing that builds resilience. That's the thing that has resilience become your core of your entire being. And there we get to show up as Unbreakable Spirit. And so while this Intention Monday was about Unbreakable Spirit, we spoke about all of these things that went around it. And we nicely brought this all together. If we experience and be this gratitude, if we experience and be Pil Seung, then we get to show up in a completely powerful way that has our entire being become Unbreakable Spirit. That's it from me for Intention Monday. I look forward to speaking to you all in the near future.